secret knowledge, they're obscure, strange things, and they're all going to be super interesting and work with slides they've never seen before. Today's format is actually just 3 slides each, but without further ado, I'm going to try and queue up the next slide. In case you're watching this on rebroadcast, hello, the show went really, really well, and so we're filming this as After Effects add-on. Right, I guess this is where I tell the producer. And if you're watching this live, hello, we're trying to do this live in trial shows. We have 6 laptops running, overclocking their fans right now, and we're doing this for the first time. I don't even know whether I'm being heard or not, but this is a PowerPoint karaoke show. Yes, I'm going to be waving my hand a lot in front of my camera to cue the next slide. We didn't prepare any jokes. We thought that the technical screw-ups would be quite funny enough. Haha. But of course, if you see anything wrong, please complain. We are actually trying to do an actual show on the 21st of April at 8 p.m. Otherwise, if I stand up and you can see my ass, please let me know also. I don't really know how to use Facebook, but definitely please like, share, and subscribe. But also please actually do like, share, and subscribe, because we're actually trying to do a proper show. We're trying to provide some real, actual entertainment for us. So it'd be really helpful if you can make sure that this isn't just the world's strangest 6-person video call. Haha. Without further ado, please please give yourselves a big round of applause. And welcome to PowerPoint Karaoke Live. What does PPTK stand for? You may ask. PPTK stands for PowerPoint Karaoke. Some of you may like ASMR, so PowerPoint Karaoke. We actually have a PSA for all of you who are watching. You're wondering why we're not doing the show live in our regular audience, regular space with our regular audience. It's actually because we're all complying with the government's initiative for social distancing. We are all providing a PSA now. Please stay at home. And actually, the government has requested that we try and help you remind yourselves how to stay safe with the next slide. You will see. Yes, WYHWSFAL20S. Please wash your hands with soap for at least 20 seconds. This is really, really important. With soap, because with water, you are just getting your hands wet, and for at least 20 seconds, because that's how you ensure the virus dies. With that cheery image, I'd actually like to start talking to you about Italians. Yes, this is actually not the Italians, but this is a board game called Pandemic. I'm sure most of you will be aware that there is currently this strange thing going around that's causing Wall Street to crash. We are currently undergoing a pandemic. This is a state of emergency. It's looking pretty bad out there, I'm not going to lie to you. And it seems very, very scary, very, very strange. We've been told not to talk to anybody. We're being told not to touch anybody. We're being told not to buy anything from Gwyneth Paltrow. And all of these, it's really important to stay safe by not touching people in case you get into contact, by not talking to people in case you spit on them, and by not listening to Gwyneth Paltrow because she sells nonsense. And so, in this time, in our darkest hour, in a land where things are going crazy, only one man can steady us, and that man, of course, is Mr. Pua. I'm sure how many of you have seen the Singapore Be Steady YouTube ad, music video? Yes, exactly. Yes, he is the only person who can save us right now by teaching us to use your brain, use your brain, use your brain. We're doing our part. We're trying to keep calm and carry on. We're producing this show to showcase interesting people with their interesting stories and interesting lives in front of you, and making them sweat. Not because they don't have aircon, but because they have never seen these slides before, and they're going to come up with a presentation from out of nowhere. Hello, Abbas. So this is what I was speaking about, Italians, quarantine Italians singing from balconies to lift spirits. Actually, here in Singapore, we did something similar at 8 p.m. On the 30th of March, Singaporeans were told to go to their windows and balconies to clap for healthcare workers. Actually, because of the population density of Singapore, everybody clapped, and then everybody immediately have to go to hospital because they clapped too loudly and hurt everybody else's eyes. But this is a wonderful gesture for our healthcare workers on the front line. And yeah, this is a difficult time. But the best thing we can do is try and stay as normal as possible, keep our spirits up, and keep going. So, please remember, we have an actual show. By then, we'll have sorted out our technical difficulties. I am actually wearing a tie, so this is definitely a formal show. But please look out for us on the 21st of April. The show will be free and streamed live on Facebook and YouTube as well. I am your host. There's nothing else to say except that I'm not wearing a suit because it's really, really warm. So, okay, we're now faced with our first speaker. We go now to our foreign correspondent, Uma. Uma, can you hear me?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're a little bit soft. So
All
what's it
right.
like over there? I see a helicopter over your head. How are things at the in the war front?
They are getting a bit crazy here. Everyone is going crazy, and everyone is here with the next big thing that they claim can cure the virus and just make life better.
Excellent. So we can all hear you. This is our first speaker, Uma. Uma, would you tell us a little bit about yourself?
All right, so I am actually a foodie. I post pictures on my Instagram all day long of food and of things that happen when you eat food, namely big belly. And that is what I'm all about.
I hope things that happen when you eat food only extends to bellies and not any other potential organs.
Well, yeah, I'm limited to that. I mean, you've got to
Okay,
maintain
back
the
up. Thank you. Yes, certain things are for rather niche internet sites. Uma, you are going to be
Yeah.
our first speaker for our PowerPoint Karaoke Live, and you are going to be presenting on a particularly unique subject. Would you like to tell us a little bit what this subject is?
So, things have been really sad and like everyone's been fussing over toilet paper and rice and I'm here to talk about the more important things in life.
Oh, the more important things in life, such as?
Yes. How to make your best coffee in the world. We need to stay awake so we can keep up with the news, and that's what I'm here to tell you all.
Yes, you've actually written down the name of this coffee on my prompt sheet. Unfortunately, I'm not sure I know how to pronounce it. I'm not sure what language it is. Do you want to give it a go? It's called...
The Dalgona coffee.
Yes, the Dalgona coffee. Yes, indeed.
Dalgona.
Yes. Do you know anything about Dalgona coffee?
It's amazing. It takes real effort to find it, but in doing that action, that's where you build up your resistance to this virus. So it's really something that we all should know about.
Yes. All right. So Uma, you're going to tell us about how to make Dalgona coffee. Clearly, you know incredibly a lot of things about this coffee. For those of you listening at home, it's actually Dalgona coffee, and it's actually from Korea. But But don't worry about the Dalgona coffee. So Uma is going to show us how she's going to make Dalgona coffee, the coffee sensation that has gone viral over the internet. But first of all, we need audience suggestions from you in the next 30 seconds. If you can tell us what is the secret ingredient or secret tool you need for Dalgona coffee. This is where we would normally insert a 30-second countdown timer, or probably we would ask for the blazon, and how to make Dalgona coffee earlier so we can make the ask for. In the absence of time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to suggest a thing for you. So I'm going to give a ask for. So Uma, the audience has spoken, and they say that a hair comb is necessary for Dalgona coffee. I'm not sure whether they're making fun of my haircut or they're trying to tease you. So Uma, you are going to deliver a presentation. Yes, your hair is wonderfully clean. Is it a brush? Do you have a recommendation brand for me? Because my hair is...
Well, just get the orange one.
The orange one. Of course, that's the most famous brand of combs in the world. Right, Uma, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to present to us how to make Dalgona coffee with a orange brand comb. Are you ready?
Okay. Yes.
Traditionally here, we'll give the audience to give you a big round of applause. We'll shout PPTK for you since nobody else is here for you. I'm going to clap for you. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Uma.
All right, everybody. So I am here to teach you how to make Dalgona coffee with my very, very special ingredient. Okay, now the first thing that you need to know, oh, sorry. Now the first thing that you need to know is the side effects of this coffee. So once you drink this coffee, you are going to have lots of laughter in your life, which is exactly something that we need right now. So you're going to be giggling nonstop and you're going to be laughing at everything and you're just going to be at home watching Netflix laughing after you've made this coffee with my special ingredient. Okay, so first, so once you're aware of the side effects, you need to make sure that you have your doggy beside you. Okay? So what your doggy is going to help you do is he is going to test how strong your comb is. So before you use your comb to make the coffee, you're going to have to brush your dog with it first. Okay, that is the test of a true comb. Now, if that comb makes your dog look as well groomed as this one, then you've got the perfect comb. That's that's the comb that we need to use. Okay. Now, what do you do with the comb? Now, that is a very important part, and I'm going to tell you about it next. You are going to put everything into your mouth, stick your comb in it, and then shake it all around. Okay, people are going to tell you to put it in a cup, in a bowl. No, no, no. This is how you put in your personal essence in your coffee. So you're just going to stick everything there. You're going to put the comb, and you're going to spin, 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 spin. You know, until you are googly-eyed like this baby over here. And once you're done that, then you can feel the froth building up in your throat and coming out of your ears, and you know that is how you know you have perfect Dalgona coffee that is gonna make you giggle and lose your mind with laughter. And that's the end of my presentation. I hope you all found it useful.
Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Uma. This is normally where you get applause and get the audience admiration, but so far I think we only have Abbas and Yunjing as watchers.
Oh, it's okay, I'll take it from them.
For the record, this is what you need for Dalgona coffee. It's a frother.
Yeah, it's all over my Instagram, but I have no. I'm not.
Yeah, don't unless you're some kind of hyper hipster Instagram obsessed social media freak. Nobody actually owns a frother. It's a kind of a
Yeah, I'll just
weird
go to
thing.
Starbucks instead.
But you should definitely try it. I'll make it for you the next time I see you. It's actually not terrible. Thank you so much,
Oh,
Una. Thank you for thing. Abbas, if you're still with us, join in for our next presentation because we have it's Miguel. Hello, Miguel. I heard that you are also doing internet electronic improv for everybody. I'm curious to know how that works. Sufin, please introduce
Hi.
yourself.
Hi everyone. This is a real introduction about myself, right? Not a fake character.
No. This is we still want to know who you are. We want to know you as a speaker.
Okay,
This is maybe the first time our millions and millions of live stream watchers are meeting you. So we want you to introduce yourself and the very interesting window grate you have behind you.
Oh, it's actually my backlash, my kitchen's backlash. It's very pretty, right?
Oh, sorry, what's a backlash?
Sorry, backsplash or something. I don't know.
Right, yeah.
Backsplash. Okay.
Yeah, backlash is what happens when people realize that I'm hosting this show. So Sophie,
Okay,
please tell us about yourself and whether I'm even pronouncing your name correctly.
Yes, 100% correct. So hi everyone. This is my first time doing PowerPoint karaoke, and this is also my first day that I'm working from home. So my company is a bit late. I think much later than every other companies in issuing. Oops. Oh,
Cannot complain. Cannot complain.
Oh,
The
don't
government
complain.
the government
The
just
government
released
might be
guidelines.
Oh, okay, that's true. Yeah.
So you've been working from home for some time now. Your employer is completely compliant with MOM regulations.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good for you. I've also got a very good suggestion for everyone because when you work from home, you're all hunched up on your tiny laptop and tiny screens. So I've got a very good way of like easing your tension of your shoulders and your neck, which is to do a couple of like qigong exercises in the morning. So
Would you like to
my fa-
demonstrate one for us live on stream
oh
while
yeah,
we're all
yeah,
here
yeah,
anyway?
yeah. So my favorite one is actually this. So you actually stand up, and then you do this. Then you take a deep breath in, and then you look upwards, and then you bring your hands down, and then you do that for another 7 times. So 8 times in all. Yep.
So you take a deep breath in and you lift your hands and then you exhale,
Over. Yeah,
pushing
yeah, yeah, yeah,
pushing
yeah,
upwards. I see,
yeah,
I
yeah,
see.
yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. For those of you who don't know, Sufin is actually supposed to be in our March show. Is that correct?
Yes. For
Yes,
some reason, didn't
unfortunately,
want me to be there.
don't blame me. The government say, okay, we like to keep the show going, but don't worry about that because right now you missed the March show. Here you are in our April show.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So
So Sufin, would you like to introduce the presentation you have for us today? Now you can go into character.
yeah. So I'm as my part-time weekend thing, I actually host a YouTube channel where I teach people how to do makeup, makeup tutorials, introduce, promote new makeup. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And today I actually want to announce the launch of this new makeup line.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
And
indeed. And actually, some of the and actually, so this is the part where we ask for audience ask for us. The audience are now going to share with us what unique ingredient your makeup line is going to contain. So we're going to give them 10 seconds while I ask you about your YouTube guru. So how long have you been a YouTube guru, and what is the name of your channel, Sufin?
oh, it's called makeup underscore for Asians, because Asians have got different eyes from like Westerners, because we don't have the
You mean
deep set eyes. Yeah.
you mean differently shaped eyes, or like different eyes? Like ours can see infrared, and we can see money
Also,
from further distances.
some of us can see like ghosts. Yeah.
That's the third eye, right? That's not this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Okay.
the third eye. Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. So is it makeup underscore for Asians or makeup underscore for underscore Asians?
Makeup
Or if they,
underscore for Asians.
I see. Okay, we've got our first audience suggestion. Congratulations. Thank you, Abbas Pacha. We'll have a shout out for you as well. So Sufin, I understand that as part of your new line for makeup for Asians, one of the secret ingredients for your makeup is cat hair. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And I want to tell everyone why it's so special.
Well, you're going to have 3 slides, and you're going to have as much time as you need. Are you ready to present the launch of your
Yep.
new makeup line with cat hair?
Yep.
What's the
yes,
name of
yes.
your new makeup line, by the way?
Meow.
Meow. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sufin with her new YouTube beauty guru makeup line, Meow, made with cat hair. Baby.
Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Click on subscribe or click on like. If you got a minute, I really appreciate that. So today I'm going to launch, my new makeup line, and it's really special because the main ingredient that we have used for our makeup is cat hair, and the reason why is because with cat hair, you can really run really fast, like a dog, which looks like a cat. And, it kind of like gives you like really fast legs. Yeah. And another thing to note about our company is that we are, we never test on animals. Instead, even though we use cat hair, we don't test it on animals, but we test it on like surfer dudes. Because they've got so much time, on their hands. Like all they do is go to the beach, go and surf, and they've got really plenty of time for us to test our makeup on them, which is great. So if you're interested to buy our makeup, I just want to tell you that the first 50 customers will get a complimentary stomach ache, because like once in a while you really need to detox, and stomach aches are just great for detoxing and letting all the junk go out. Yeah. So Thanks a lot, guys. I hope you will buy my makeup because it's really special. Yeah.
Very, very sharp, very, very fast. And you can find all of Sufi's makeup line and other makeup for Asians products on this website that we're going to put down below. Thank you so much, Sufin.
Thank you.
Do you actually like cats, by the way?
Yeah, love cats.
And do you actually have cats, by the way?
No, don't have cats.
Well, don't worry. I understand there are a lot of stray cats in Singapore. So if you're ever looking for raw materials for your makeup line, meow, it's definitely. Thank you. Wait, please big round of applause for Sufin. And now, you should be. And now, please put your hands together to welcome our third speaker for this evening, Kayla. Don't worry, your microphones are definitely working. It's just that Kayla seems to be on mute right now, and we're going to give her a few moments while she tries to speak again and say her name in the microphone.
Can you hear me?
Very, very loudly and very, very clearly. Hello, Kayla.
All right. Hi.
Would you like to say hello to our audience members?
Hello, audience members. Abbas.
Well, all right, it's fine. It's audience
is there
member,
anyone else?
but it's very kind. We gotta keep up with tense up, right? We're broadcasting thousands and thousands of listeners and viewers and watchers in many, many countries around the world. Shout out to Nicholas Parsons. Yes, so Kayla, I just want to ask you just casually, and maybe the host, maybe the producer can also put this up the show. Have you been working from home lately? Have you been social distancing?
I have not really because, I'm a tutor and I go to my students' homes, and I was kind of lucky enough that I don't work for a tuition center, so
Excellent.
I did manage to continue my work even though they shut down the tuition centers.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad. And so while you're in this period of social distancing with Singaporeans as well, is there something that you yourself have found inspiring?
Well, because of the stricter rules that they've had, I was thinking, what's the next step? The next step could be a lockdown. So what I did was I went out and bought some yarn for crocheting, so that I would have things to do in my spare time if there was a lockdown. And immediately I went out and crochet this. So I'm already starting to use my yarn, and that's not good because it was supposed to be for a lockdown. And I just can't stop crocheting.
I mean, don't be silly. That's the point of yarn. There's no point leaving yarn in a plastic bag, right? Sorry, could you hold up your wonderful yarn creation again and show us what you have?
This is
okay. Yes, tell us. I mean, it might be the camera angle. Please tell me what it is.
It's a mobile phone wristlet. So you stick the mobile phone in.
I see. Is it compatible with Android and iPhone?
Yeah. It takes them
Cross-platform.
all. You can even work with Huawei, I think. So it's cool. So that's what it is.
And what's the color? And what's the color of the yarn, or the particular quality or type of the
It's
yarn?
kind of a mixture of greens. Yeah, it's a bunch of different greens.
I can see that it's green. I'm not colorblind. I mean, what is the name of the color of the yarn?
I have.
Because I know sometimes yarn and materials are special, like paints are special, like azure, twilight.
Oh, I see. Because there's so many shades. Well, let me take a look at the other ball and see what it says. Oh no, I can't do that because I threw.
No, you can't do
away
that. Never mind. We'll just call it many shades of green.
Yes, many shades of green.
Many shades of green. So, by the way, you got a compliment from Abbas. He really liked your headset. Would you like to give a shout out and your Lazada code? Lazada code of where's this headset from? Would you like to endorse?
This is a Asus tough gaming headset, H3.
Very nice. And I think you know what? I think you know what? We're just going to go ahead since we don't really have an audience suggestion. So, Kayla, would you like to tell us a little bit about the presentation you're going to deliver for us today?
Yes. So I don't know how it happened. I don't know which of my friends did it, but a video went viral. A video that I sent to just my friends alone went viral, and people are outraged by what they saw in it.
I'm gonna
And
interrupt you here. I'm just gonna interrupt you here. Let's be clear. This is a viral video that you didn't. This is a video that you did not want to go viral. And you have committed some heinous acts during this video, but it's not that kind of video. Don't
right,
think that
right.
we should just clarify. We should just clarify. She
I
has
did not
been
even think about that.
she's been doing something terribly naughty, like littering, but not naughty like that kind of naughty. Okay, so let's just because this is on the internet, we should just
Yeah.
clarify. She
Thank
has
you.
committed a faux pas. She's committed a peccadillo, right? Not the not anything that
Yeah.
would be forbidden by the IMDA.
That's
Right.
right.
Okay. So you were committing a negative act, and you have gone viral in this video, and you're now currently explaining yourself to a live TV show. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Yes, that's correct. So so you're trying to explain your actions. You're trying to defend yourself, and and what is the outrageous behavior in the video? And we have selected. You have used up all the yarn you set aside for the lockdown. Does that make sense?
I've used
You and your friends were staying together. They all bought a bunch of yarn. You used all the yarn.
Yes.
You used all the yarn. Yes, readers, that's used up all the yarns, not used up all the yams. That is a different show. That is our cooking show, live tonight at 11 p.m. Okay, used up all the yarns. Okay, so your friends took a video of you using up all the yarns that they saved for quarantine. It's now all gone, and now you're defending yourself to the producers of Channel 8, Channel U, and Channel News Asia. Are you ready with your presentation?
Yes.
You know what to do.
All right. This has been the worst week of my life. I mean, who would have thought that my friends, like, they sent out this video and now my life has turned to shit. Everyone hates me. Like 5 million people in the world hate me. So I feel I need to come out and explain myself. See, what you don't know is how bad how it's been affecting my life, this video. Let me show you the worst effect that it's had in the past week. Like, I mean, my friends, they don't let me eat in peace anymore. Like, as long as I want to put food in my mouth, they scream at me and make me panic and drop my spoon. I haven't eaten in days. This has been devastating for me. So please, after I explain myself, please stop this. Okay, I hope you understand. Let me tell you about what you didn't know. Because let me explain. Yeah, you see, toilet paper, it's been, I've been in such a panic about toilet paper. I have worried so much that what if I run out of it? And then, when I panic, my mind goes in overdrive. So I yarn, I crochet faster and faster and faster, and before you know it, I've made like 26 sweaters and 200 shawls, and all the yarn in my place has been used up. And that's really what happened. I was panicking about toilet paper, so please understand. I was just being human. I didn't mean to do this. So I'm gonna atone for it. I'm gonna make up to my friends, and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do it. I am going to have to blindfold my friends because now, like, yarn is short in lots of places. Amazon is like restricting yarn orders and stuff because of the sharp rise in demand. So I'm getting yarn from questionable sources, so I have to, like, blindfold them before I give them the replacement yarn. But yeah, it's still great, it's fantastic. So I hope that with this sincere action, I'm spending like all my reserves on new yarn. I hope that my friends forgive me. I hope that the world forgives me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kayla. Thank you so much for sharing your heartbreaking justification for why you had to use all your yarn from your roommates.
Thank you for having me.
It's also a very emotional the message from Kayla. I don't know whether you heard the tears in her voice and the breaking of her. And now we're on to some slight topic because not everybody went to check the slides before we did this show. We're actually on now to our last speaker, and actually this is a speaker with which we have a lot of history with. Please, everybody, put your hands together and welcome Grace.
Oh, okay.
Always a ball of energy. Grace, would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Oh, my name is Grace, and I've not taken a shower for I don't know how long since this.
That is too much information, but thank you.
It's never too much.
Is that your introduction? So what have you been doing with in this era of social distancing? For those of you who can see, we have listed down our suggestions. Please add your suggestions in the comments. Grace, don't read that. Please tell us how have you been? What have you been doing? Have you been doing anything aside from not showering? Where do you save all the time and do what?
Not putting makeup, not changing clothes, just staying like a bum. It's horrible. It's so
It's
sad.
not doesn't sound very different from my day-to-day routine. But if you're not wearing makeup today, you look great.
Thank you.
Grace, so tell me, how was your school experience like?
I was from a girls' school, so my principal is a little bit psychotic. She's like a crazy nun who doesn't allow us to hang out with boys. So
A crazy nun.
Yeah, she's a crazy nun who is married, who doesn't allow us to hang out with boys because she thinks that boys hang out can get us pregnant. Yes.
There's two things I know about nuns.
Huh?
The second thing is Sister Act. But the first thing is, don't nuns take a vow of celibacy? Or is this Buddhist nun?
No, she's like a crazy nun who is married actually.
Oh, she's like a right.
She's crazy.
And does she have children? People, please don't search for Grace on LinkedIn and then try and complain to her principal now.
I don't know whether she has children. I don't know.
When you were in school, being tormented by your principal, then in your girls' school, were you involved in any club or society or activity? Like, did you have any happy memories of school?
Detention a lot. So I had to like.
Why am I not surprised that you are always in detention? Sorry, please.
Yeah, clean the drain. I don't know. I had to like stand outside. Do a lot of this kind of crap stuff. Anyway, but good things is like I played.
Yes, I was asking for good things. Yes, good happy memories of.
Yeah, played badminton. Yeah, for the school team. So that was pretty fun.
Did you win?
I was on the reserve, but my
Did
team.
your,
is it counted?
That's all. Yes, you were on the team. The team counts.
Yeah.
So, Grace, would you like to introduce the presentation you're about to give this evening?
So I'm gonna make a graduation speech at 44. So I took like maybe about 25 years to actually graduate finally. Yeah.
Yes. Just to be clear, Grace is graduating not from university at 44.
I think.
Or is it from university yet?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you're graduating from university at 44.
Yes.
Right. And so normally we would ask the audience for suggestions. Today, because only Abbas is here, we're going to give it a moment.
I thought we had millions of people watching. That's what you said.
I see. Yes. Unfortunately, because so many people are commenting, Facebook has shut out our comment stream. Okay.
The cool kids were in hockey.
So I should be able to. I feel like Abbas was from Fiji. If hockey, thank you once again, Abbas, for your baby. Okay, Grace, you're going to give a presentation a graduation speech. You're going to be the valedictorian of your graduating class. You're going to be 44, and you are going to have done something in hockey club that has enabled your journey. Maybe it's the reason you graduated at 44. Maybe it's the reason you graduated at all. But you have to incorporate hockey into your graduation speech. Are you ready, Grace?
Yep. Yep.
Then you know what to do. PPT, 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 PPT.
So, guys, during this era of COVID, right, I have to make this video for all of you guys to thank you for coming to my graduation. I mean, finally. I mean, think about it. I'm like 44 now. And after like 20 over years, I've graduated. I'm going to tell you why. I studied psychology because I wanted to do this. Because I thought that food fetish was a very interesting thing that people like. So it actually helps to connect people, whether it's like eating chicken feet, or whether it's just like smelling somebody else's sleeper. It's just a deep connection. So right now, in the time of COVID, you shouldn't like touch each other, but at least you can take a sleeper and just just have that connection. And the whole point about me taking psychology was to understand beyond hugs, beyond the physical realm, like what kind is by that smell, the smell of the stinky feet. So before I get there, right, there's something about psychology which it is mainly the use of hockey. Like the competition in hockey, it always gives me a rush. And I'm going to tell you why. Because hockey means this to me. It is putting something into the right hole. When you put something into the right hole, you have that exciting feelings. And your mates are laughing along with you. So it's that adrenaline, you just want to like hit it into the right hole, push it into the right hole. And then that's when, you realize that, okay, that is it. The right hole is in the subject of psychology. And in thanking you guys, right, I also want to summarize this thing that, what really moves me from inside. My dad always told me, and he always shared this example with me about how he lives. Yes, he was like, be the Batman, right? You need to understand the psychology behind everything. You shouldn't put it all within. When you just put that mask on, you can't be yourself. So just strip. Don't eat the bats, but just be like the Batman and just strip away your emotions. And that's why I studied psychology, and that's why I'm thanking all of you guys. Thank you for coming to my graduation speech. Thank you. That's my time.
After the discussion, I hope your mad crazy nun principal was not the one who gave you the speech about the wrong hole.
I'm talking about this.
Yes, of course, the nostrils. Of course, that was what we were all thinking about. Thank you so much, Grace. Thank you so much for your presentation. And now we're going to throw to all our speakers. Please, once again, remember our actual show, 21st of April. We have worked out all the technical kinks. Abbas will give you a shout out on the actual slides. And now you can see on the left side of the screen all the speakers, including the lady with a water bottle in front of her. That's our producer. She's been working very hard. Yep. I think that's it. Thank you so much for your time. If you'd like to support us, please buy a ticket, buy a presentation.
Shin, sorry, it's not
Our producer wants some
supposed to be.
attention. Please also follow her at YQ Traveling as well. But actually, we also have somebody very, very special, a sponsor to thank. Yes, Mr. Pavan J. Singh. Somebody take a screenshot of this so we can prove that we actually did this to him. Mr. Pavan J. Singh is an actor. You may have seen in some shows, and he's also appeared in many shows like. And also, he's very handsome. He can be dapper, and he can be young handsome man, or he can be older handsome man as well. Also has a look. And that's it. That's our shout out. If you also like a shout out, we have a sponsor option for a verbal or a slide shout out to you. Or your friend. Maybe you have a message. Maybe you'd like to dedicate a message to somebody with to all of our millions and millions of viewers and and watchers. Thank you all so much for this show. That's it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If not, this is your host signing off.